Hello, everybody. I'm Farida Bharmal here. It's a Friday with Farida, and I'm waiting for people to join in. Hello, thank you so much for joining in. This is Farida Bharmal here. Very fondly, they call me as the personality designer. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in. I decided that we are going to start a Friday with Farida. Okay. And at the same time, there was this, creative talks which I had wanted that, we'll go ahead and do. I'm fine, Mustafa Bhai. Thank you for asking, and for everybody else who has joined in, thank you so much for being here. So I wanted to have one of these sessions wherein it is not just me who's talking, but I wanted to deliver content of value to my viewers. So I said, let's give it a try and have creative talks, right? So today I decided, I was going through, I was surfing through the internet, and I said, I found this site, Rashida Ben, and she's into jewelry designing. And I said, Ari, this sounds very interesting. Okay. So I said, Ye to karna padega. This live has to be done. Guys, could you just, let me know if you're able to hear me? Just let me know if you're able to hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Are you able to hear me? Just give me a thumbs up. Okay. And at the same time, let me know where you guys are from. Hi. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining in. So just let me know if you can hear me. One, give me a thumbs up. Second, so I'll be in a position to understand कि okay ठीक है चल रहा है. Now, as far as the others are concerned, you have been asking me how I am. I'm very fine, thank you. And as I was saying, I'll be joined today by Rashida Bain, who is from Boston. She's basically joining us all the way from Boston. And I'm planning to have an amazing session with her. So let's go ahead without wasting any more time. I'm going to invite her in. But until then, just let me know what do you think is the time in USA right now? I'm going to invite her in USA right now. It's 7 p.m. in India. Just let me know what the time in USA is. Okay, lovely. Thank you so much, Sajid. Hi, Rashida Bain.
Hi, Vedabin. Thank you so much for having me, and hello to everyone who's joined us live, taking out your precious time and join us live. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Tasneem Bain, for accepting the invite. I do understand that it's quite early in the morning there, isn't it, in Boston?
Well, it is, and I think until the afternoon, it still feels like morning because now the days are becoming shorter, everything is becoming cooler. So even at like 7 a.m., I'm like, is it 5 o'clock? Like, what is the time? So yeah, any time is going to be early for me, so that's no problem.
Okay. But thank you so much for, taking out your precious time and joining us. I am really humbled, and grateful for you to coming on live with me today. Now, let me just ask you to introduce yourself to our audience. So please go ahead. The stage is yours.
Sure. Thank you so much for that once again. So my name is Rashida Goryawala. I call myself the jewelry advisor instead of a jewelry designer because I make custom jewelry design pieces. So it's not just that, hey Rashida, can you just make this design for me? No, I go through the whole process. Why do you need the design? Is it for daily wear, occasion wear? What is your thought? Do you want like a bold piece? Do you want a simple piece? What kind of gemstone, etc., etc. So it's kind of like an advice process where I go through your thoughts and what you need, and then advise you towards the right design and materials, etc. So I call myself the jewelry advisor, and my mission is also to make sure that everyone there is a lot of fraud happening in the jewelry industry, but I strongly believe that jewelry designing is about trust. You invest a good amount of money in getting a jewelry piece, so I want to make sure that you know what you are paying for and that you get the authentic materials, whether it be gold, gemstone, or whatever it is. So that is basically my mission. And my blog talks about those things as well, where how to identify real rubies, real pearls, emeralds, and all those things. So, yep,
Lovely.
I'm in Boston right now. I started in Mumbai, and things are going well.
Fantastic. Rashida Bin, I wanted to know your journey to in jewelry designing. How did you start? What is the sort of education which you have done? I'm an amateur in this, and I know there are many people who will be wanting to know the journey which you have gone through. So do let us know, about this as to how you have or what you have done for jewelry design.
Yeah, absolutely. So I did a 3-year diploma course in jewelry designing, which covers, manual designing, computerized designing, even manufacturing. So I have made jewelry pieces by hand. So I know the techniques that are involved in making a jewelry piece, so that I could speak that language when I wanted to get those jewelry pieces made.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a course on marketing, on how the jewelry industry works. We've
Wow.
done course on how to source materials, even gemology, where you can identify gemstones, what you need to look at for gemstones, things like that. Diamond grading. Yeah, I mean there were so many courses throughout the semester. This is kind of a summary of it. And as far as the journey goes, I think this is a very relatable thing for almost everyone who is kind of trying to find their career and what industry I should go in. So as soon as I finished my 10th standard, I knew I wanted to get into a creative industry. Okay, so something with design, art, things like that. So I thought, why take science? Let's just do 2 years of art and then go into some design, fashion design, interior design, or something like that. I did that. I took arts. I started textile designing. And within 6, 7 months, I was like, I'm not enjoying this. It is a great industry, but I'm not going to enjoy textile designing and making fabrics and prints. That's not me. It's just not me. So then again, I'm back to zero. And I'm confused. What do I want to do in life? I want a career, but what is the career that I want? So I took an
Mm.
aptitude test. They told me you would thrive in an industry which has technology as well as design. So
Wow.
I was like, okay, great, architecture. I would love to do that. And then I go see applications. Oh, you need science. I'm like, okay. What about product design? Oh, you need science. And I'm like, oh my God. So everything that is perfect for me would need science. And I closed so many opportunities for me because I decided to chill for those 2 years in college. So, one thing I would really advise to everyone watching here today and trying to get your head around what career you want, even if you are very sure that this is the thing that you want, in today's world, there are so many options that even if you go for one, it is very easy for you to get confused and also make the decision that, yeah, this is not right for me. So instead of, spending years and then doing a career change, I decided this is not for me. Let's just find the next right step. So sorry if you heard my baby right here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so back to confusion. My parents didn't want me to leave Mumbai. They were like, no, you have to do whatever you want, but do it in Mumbai. This is the land of opportunity. How can you not find what you want here? Um, so again, a lot of confusion. And then what my mom did was she took me to Mazun Sahib, Sayyidi Ali Asghar Bhai Sahib. And she's like, you need to just, take Raza and get some counseling and get in the right headspace. I don't remember the entire conversation today, but I know that even with that 5 minute conversation, I walked out with a lot of clarity and yaqeen that I will find something that I want to do in Mumbai because, Raza Maligai and all of that. So I was really, really grateful to that. And I really encourage everyone to go ahead and do that because, I mean, this is just the ultimate resource that we have. So that really helped me. And then miraculously, next day I go to a career fair, and I see a stall for my college, which is IIGJ, Indian Institute of Gems and Jewelry. I go like, okay, let's go and check out their college. Next day I schedule an orientation, and I was mind blown because this was exactly what I wanted. It had the design aspect where you design jewelry. It had technology because so jewelry industry I feel covers all subjects. It's got geography for like geology, gemology and all of that. It's got science where you have to science and physics and chemistry basically where there's metallurgy and there's like all these aspects of physics that you have to take take into account when you're creating a jewelry piece. There's sculpting, there is, computer design. There are so many things in this jewelry industry that was a perfect match. So that's when I fell in love with jewelry. Like, okay, this is it. I have like endless opportunities that I'm going for jewelry.
Lovely, fantastic. So one thing that I learned from your conversation, Rashida Ben, is that if you don't like something, the best thing is go ahead, ask a counselor, take a test, which I very much agree upon, because instead of spending time and money on something which you don't like, don't do that. One. Second, you have opportunities available where you go and ask, the sites which are there in our own thing, and go ahead and decide exactly what career you want, who you are, and what career you want. I think that's beautiful again. Third, the clarity part which came to you. Once we are very clear on what the next step is going to be, the road, the destination, and everything sort of just sits into place, isn't it? So what these are some of the things which I understood from you. Now, have you been in Boston since the beginning, or how is that? Like, where are you from, basically? Origin is where?
Yeah, great question. So I'm originally from Mumbai. This
Okay.
institute is in Mumbai. They've got various branches. They're in Andheri, Tardeo, and they're in Jaipur and other Indian branches as well. Um, I did my course in Mumbai, and which was the best place to do this course because we have this Zaveri Bazaar, which is
Mm.
like this market for jewelry. You get
Mm.
gemstones, you get karigars, you get everything. So I established kind of myself in Mumbai. I also worked there for 2 years in two e-commerce companies. So I got the idea of an entire industry there as well.